Hello my friends and welcome to my den where we're going to share for another shave today. Today's shave is brought to you by CBL's Orion soap. And today we're using a couple of items dear to me. Our anniversary brush and see if I can clear the soap away here. A bowl that I got at the our Vegas shave con. This Orion base is amazing stuff. Takes a little bit of work to get it going, but it is the slickest stuff you ever seen. And I've been watching sumo all morning, so feeling a little bit of the call. I'm using a blade that I haven't used for a while, and it's my Kikuboshi. It's a 6/8 maybe, a little bigger than a 5/8, which I usually do. Maybe a 6/8. Kind of an odd shape, but this little toe here gets blunted so that I don't injure myself. Well, let's get down to business here. Like I said, this Orion is good stuff. This has been a heck of a show or tournament for those of us who watch a lot of sumo. If I'd entered a contest, picking out a team, they have there's a fellow, Jason's sumo channel, usually has a contest. But this tournament, he had a lot of professional and personal things going on, so he didn't run the contest. But if he had, there's nobody in a winning position that I would have picked some of them, but there's a lot of guys having a really rough time this tournament. Almost all the Ozeki are in what they call Karuban status, or will be at the end of this. Most stuff smells nice too. I'd forgotten about that. It's been a spell since I've used this, and I'm just rubbing it in and enjoying the smell. A lot of the top guns that for lack of a better term, the top guns in the sumo world, having an off couple weeks, because they are losing, and a lot of people you don't see too often that are really up in there winning are people that I wouldn't normally pick, or wouldn't normally see even. I can't see. That's because my face has been buried in this iPad watching sumo all morning. And I forgot to bring my glasses back with me. I came back to shave. But as this is a full hollow razor, you can probably hear a little bit of a sizzle as the whiskers meet their end. This is really good steel. One thing, this is the only Japanese razor, conventional Japanese razor I have, and it's a honey. It's shoulderless, so it doesn't have a thing here to booger up your honing. They're probably made in the early 70s, late 60s. And this razor was made, and the only clue I have of that is all the weird American English writing they have on here. On one side it says, "For good for professional use, super extra steel Valsac," on there. On the other side it says, "It's a first quality razor, good for pro." But then it has the little symbol here. I don't know if you can see it. Right there. That's a lot of times an indicator of the steel that's in it. And that's a pretty good indicator. This is a good razor. It's a, I guess in memes they call it English. Or just a lot of random words, or words that seem only separate. Trying to think of the word we call it. Not always in the right syntax, I guess, or sound real clumsy, are on there. When I was a kid, growing up in Japan, and that was kind of all over the place. They would put an English word on there. I'm surprised, and it probably happened. I was a kid, of course. I didn't see a lot, so my world was the neighborhood. And it was just in Fusa, I think is what the village we lived in, close to the air base where my father worked. And he lived in a little neighborhood. Everybody's houses were all spanked together. This was shortly after Apollo 11 had successfully landed on the moon, so the Japanese were crazy for that stuff. And so pretty much we go down to what Dad called the 10 yen store, and just anything and everything you could see had the lunar module on it, or Apollo 11, or the Apollo spacecraft on there, or full models of the Saturn V assembly. It was a good time. I had thought to go back and visit, but I'm afraid I would be disappointed. And spoil the memories I have. On the other hand, my wife has never been there. And I would love to show her the place I grew up. I could use this soap to shape my mustache with. Wonder what it would dry like. It kind of gets kind of stringy on the brush when you're first stirring it up, stirring the leather, and then it starts to congeal and creams up and makes a really nice lather. That's a little water on here and fill us up. I don't have to go anywhere, so this doesn't really have to be a perfect shave. It's just got to be a nice shave. I got a little area here which is pretty normal for me. This razor is sharp enough to the point where it's a little bit harsh. So rather than, because it's also hot out today, it's the hottest day of the year and humid outside. It's in the 90s. I think I'm going to go gentle on myself and just use my Rockwell Model T Type 2 or number 2 and use that to clean up. Oh yeah, I'm plenty smooth now to clean things up. Yesterday, or the last shave, as you probably might remember, I completely forgot who made this razor. It's Rockwell, and it's a honey. Don't know if there's a good supply of them or not. Those of you who have them probably would agree with me. They're pretty good razors. I like mine. But I'm going to call it a shave here rather than go out and perspire and start getting all kinds of discomfort. Put a little water on here to see what the alum says. Also, the little preventative closure of the micro abrasions from the Kikuboshi being a little bit more aggressive than it needs to be. It's a little, I didn't strop it very much after I got done honing it. That was a mistake. I've got a little bit of tingling all over, which means it's going to be a, I should probably stay inside in the air conditioning this afternoon. Also means I should probably use witch hazel and everything on it to kind of prevent bad things happen. We use our Thayer's lemon. This way I won't get any kind of heat rash or anything. I've been wanting to see how my, oh, look at that. There's my Aquanaut right there on the in between layers on my Nivea 2-in-1. Pow pow pow. We'll get ourselves healing up here. I don't know what fragrance of the this Orion is. I think, memory serves, it's California Sunrise, I think. Which is a pretty good aftershave milk, as it were. It's a very healing, soothing kind of stuff. I'll put that on and let this dry down a little bit. Don't need very much of this. Doesn't take long for this 2-in-1 to go back to its layers, and there's our Aquanaut right there on the middle, like he was before. He just that's another wonderful thing that gifted to me. I enjoy that very much. But that's pretty much all I've got for today. Oh, wait a minute. One more thing. This is a mix of English fern and Pinot Clubman. This happens to be in my powder dish. And I'm gonna just flour myself like a chicken for it's gonna get fried. Just to kind of, because if I go to sleep, I'm gonna go like this, and in the folds of my fat, I'm gonna perspire and I get it ingrown and irritation and whatnot. Powder helps with that. Okay, now that's all we got. Thank you for coming. If you're looking at me on YouTube, like and subscribe, or just like it if you want. I'm Major Rich. You will find me on the shavingcadre.com. I said like and subscribe if you feel so inclined, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.